Welcome back to RescueBots Academy Season 2. In today's episode review, we're taking a look at Bot Battle. In this episode, the recruits take Chuck for granted, but they soon end up regretting it. We begin this episode with Chase running the recruits through some medical rescue codes.
Congratulations, everyone. All 6 of you displayed exemplary knowledge of human anatomy today.
You mean 5 of us, sir?
There are 6 bots before me, are there not?
Of course, sir. Though I believe Hotshot means to say there are only 5 rescue bot recruits present.
My congratulations stand. All 6 of you excelled today, recruit or not.
I think I can see where this episode is going. Which makes me wonder, is Chuck technically alive? I mean, he's clearly based on a crash test dummy. He is a robot. He does have some programming. You might even say he has some sort of personality, as we saw him be capable of humor even when Medics was not, back in the episode Bot Blog. But I think the all-important question needs to be asked. Is Chuck a living thing? Is he alive? Is he a person? Does he have a spark? And even if he doesn't, can he still be considered alive? I mean, he is of Cybertronian manufacture, isn't he? Unless of course Doc Green created Chuck, then that's a different story. But what's the difference between, say, Ratchet and Wheeljack building the Dinobots in G1 and the Rescue Bots building Chuck? The Dinobots weren't taken to Vector Sigma to be given sparks like the Aerobots or the Stunticons. Yet they're still considered to be living Cybertronians. So what about Chuck? Well, let's continue with this episode and maybe we'll find out. So the recruits are watching a commercial for DigFest, like they did back in the episode of the same name. And I like that they directly referenced the events of that episode.
We've got to enter Bot Battle.
Nah, I think I'd rather retire as champion.
But last year, you lost. You crashed on purpose.
I figured it was the only way to get close enough to that piece of the satellite without the humans noticing. I found the fallen satellite! That was the real victory, wasn't it?
Nice. Also, isn't that a scrubber dubber? How did... never mind. It'll take too long for me to pontificate how they could possibly have gotten their hands on something that Hoist invented. When in reality, it's probably just Boulder Media reusing existing assets. Then Chuck shows up, ready to play Cube, dressed in highlight gear. Aw, so cute.
I'm gonna win Bot Battle.
Easy.
Easy? Then why don't you go win Bot Battle, Chuck?
And so Chuck does. And we see him pitted between 2 other bots. The previously mentioned Scrubber-Dubber, which has clearly been modified to look much meaner, and this other bot that I don't recognize. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it was some kind of nod to something from the original series. Chuck wins as the other 2 bots take each other out.
Winner, chicken dinner, Dig fans!
Nice PUBG reference.
I still need to get in there and save you before you get into real trouble. Oh, robots in disguise.
Well, that wasn't quite the right tune, but I very much appreciate the reference.
Beep boop. How do you do, humans? Phew. Kakoosh, kakoosh, kakoosh.
I like how when the DigFest announcer is introducing the other competitors, we see a Scrapmaster, a Fundroid, and another Scrubber-Dubber. But I really love when he asks Hotshot his name, he gets it wrong. Which could be a reference to how humans always seem to get Hotshot's name wrong for some reason. But I think it could also be an homage to the first Spider-Man movie where the wrestling announcer, played by Bruce Campbell, gets his name wrong. And so in the final match, it's Chuck versus the Scrapmaster versus Hotshot. And as you might have guessed, Chuck ends up winning because the Scrapmaster takes itself out, and I guess Hotshot got a ring out? But yeah, Chuck wins and the recruits learn to appreciate him. And they even give Chuck his own Rescue Bots badge! Oh, it's so sweet. Honestly, that makes this episode worth it alone. It was kind of interesting how they had their own version of Robot Wars or BattleBots. And I guess I was thinking too deeply about it when I thought they were going to go into this whole moral debate about whether Chuck is considered to be alive or not, like in the Next Generation episode The Measure of a Man. where they tried to legally prove that the android Data is sentient and should have his own rights and freedoms. But this was still a good episode in my book. If for nothing else, then that amazingly sweet moment at the end where they gave Chuck his own RescueBots badge, officially making him part of the team. I wonder if that's a thing we'll see him continue to wear in future episodes. Future episodes? What am I saying? There's only a couple episodes left. As always, let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And join me next time for the first part of what will be the 2-part series finale of Transformers RescueBots, Space Party. So, see you back here for that.
Easy.
Easy? Then why don't you go win Bot Battle, Chuck?
Wait, did you notice the screen behind Hotshot in this scene? What is that at the bottom? verticalnoise1.mov. So this appears to be some kind of error in the final composition of this episode. From the looks of it, this seems to be what it would look like if they were missing a source clip in Adobe After Effects. So I'm guessing whoever worked on this particular part of the episode had misplaced the video file that they used to create the projection effect for the screen, which probably looks something like this. And somehow they, nor anybody at Boulder Media, noticed this error. Interesting. So now we know that at least some of RescueBots Academy is animated in After Effects. I wonder how much of it is animated in that program. Speaking from personal experience, I think you could probably do a lot, if not all the animation using just After Effects. Not including, of course, some of the 3D elements that they use, like their vehicle modes. And you'd still need stuff like Illustrator and Photoshop to actually draw and polish everything that you need to animate in the first place. And they probably put the final cut of the episode together with the animation, voices, sound effects, music, etc. using Adobe Premiere. Man, just think, I could probably make a whole RescueBots Academy episode myself. Too bad I don't live in Ireland, where Boulder Media is located, and that I suck at drawing. Otherwise, yeah, I could totally work there if I had the chance. This really makes me wish that I had the time and drawing talent to make my own animations. I mean, I already have all or most of the same software and tools that Boulder Media apparently does. And I've been wanting to tell the story of my OC for quite some time now. Maybe this year, I'll carve out a few days a week to work on my own animated series. Or maybe do one of those storytime animation videos that seem to be really popular on YouTube. I bet then Hasbro couldn't copyright claim my videos. They probably will anyways.